You're thinking the same thing, huh? Tommy asked Abby, turning his head to look at her. Nodding. I suspect that something will occur due to the increased energy. Abby looked to Frida ahead of her. Make sure to keep an eye out. It feels strange for there not to be monsters, with the energy being as high as it is. Frida looked back and nodded her head before focusing on what was ahead of them. Hearing Abby's voice, Claire could tell that her sister was worried about something ahead of them. Though Abby had the thought that danger would be finding them soon, the missing evidence was putting her sister on edge. It made Claire understand that the lack of monsters in an environment where the energy was high was unusual. Claire touched the pistol at her side as she looked to the forest, her eyes searching for any signs of movement. It's the same as it has been for the past couple of days. The only difference is the number of forest animals decreasing. I don't think I've seen a rabbit or deer in a while. Claire realized, though it was something she didn't know if it had any significance. Beginning to turn her head, check out the front, Claire noticed movement out of the corner of her eyes. A shadow moving between the dense trees. Quickly looking at the shadow, there was no longer any evidence that something had been there. There was only the occasional leaf falling to the ground. Thinking it wouldn't be a good idea to keep the information to herself, Claire said, "Abby." Looking back to where Claire was walking, Abby asked, "What happened?" Claire continued looking at the area she'd seen the movement. "I thought I saw some movement out of the corner of my eyes. Even though it might have been nothing, I wanted to let you know." Noticing how focused Claire was, staring into the forest, Abby said, "No, it's good that you told me." She slowed down her pace to meet with Claire. When she was walking next to Claire, Abby also looked in the same area. What did it look like? Was it big or small? Switching her attention to look at Abby, Claire shook her head. "I only saw it out of the corner of my eye. The moment I checked on it, I couldn't see any sign of whatever that thing was." It's still too early for it to be the group that's checking up on us. Even if they were approaching us, I don't think they'd be dumb enough to come from such an angle, with the signs we've been leaving behind us. Abby continued to look for any movement. Giving up on trying to see whatever it was, Abby said, "Just keep an eye out. I don't think it was nothing, so stay on your toes." Claire nodded. A part of her wished that what she saw was just a figment of her imagination. Hopefully, it's not something that's stalking us, Claire thought to herself. She didn't like the idea of some monster quickly moving between the trees and staying out of sight. It was even worse with how their vision was obscured by the natural obstacles. Claire tried not to imagine some creature getting close enough to jump out from behind a nearby tree and eating her before she can defend herself. Taking a deep breath and slowly letting it out. I can't get out of control with my thoughts. It's likely that I'll see it again before it attacks, if it wasn't just my imagination playing tricks with me. Claire was able to calm herself down, gaining control of the wild imagination in her mind. While she was thinking about the thing she might have seen, Claire noticed that the group had become more alert about their surroundings. Checking out Astrid, the woman slowly turned her head to check out each side. Occasionally, she'd walk backward to make sure nothing was behind them. It was clear that Astrid hadn't sensed anything, only adding to the feeling of needing to be alert.